Savina Donohoe, Curator of Cavan County Museum. What can I say, Savina? The work you have done there, the museum is absolutely a talking point. It's one of the gems of Cavan, and well done on all your work there. Well done.
Well, thank you. Thanks, Áine. We have a great team working in the museum, and
it's gone from strength to strength.
It has, and actually this summer has probably been our best summer to date. Our best summer with walk-in visitors. We were very busy all year with school groups, and we thought, once school's ended, we'd sit back and maybe, enjoy the summer. But it's just been busy, busy, busy. And that's what we're there for, and that's what we want.
And there we'd like to say as well that it is in our county. It is one of the best museums in Ireland, and we should support and go and see. But the reason why you're here today is that you've brought some of you're on exhibition here in the Courthouse in Cavan, and you've brought some of your World War I exhibition here.
Yes, we have a touring exhibition on World War I. Because the trenches are so popular, we've put together an exhibition we can bring out. So we have our travelling exhibition with us today at this event, and we're delighted to be part of the event and to work with everybody involved. It's been it's good for the museum, and as you said, the museum belongs to the people of Cavan, so it's great. And we're delighted to bring our exhibition and our artefacts relating to World War I, which is really doing well for us. The trenches, as you said, are very popular, and we've improved them.
And they're going, as you say, they're going to stay there?
They're going to stay there. Some people say, oh, well, after 1918 and, the end of World War I, they'll move. They're not going anywhere. They're not going anywhere because so many people, in Ireland there was over 210,000 people involved in Cavan, 10,000 involved in World War I. So it's a big part of our history. And
I don't remember learning any of that in history.
No.
And now we're being re-educated through programmes like the shows like this, the historical and military event. We're learning. You're educating us. We are learning.
Yeah. And we're all learning, I know a fair bit now about World War I. I didn't before we started all the work we were doing in the museum. And the great thing about the museum and what we're doing is we're hearing stories from people and about their family, maybe they're involved in World War I or 1916, whatever. And it's real stories because it's real people.
And are you documenting those stories?
All of that. And we tell them back, and of course it's a great way to educate children. Understand history.
Well, it's a story. It's interesting.
Yes.
And I heard just an interesting story when we were talking to the Irish Military Vehicles Group.
Yes.
They have pictures of the Congo back in 1960 with a mother holding her baby. That baby was here today to talk about his dad is still alive. He was a serving soldier in the Congo. And that little baby is here today to see the exhibition. Stories like that are
stories, and I think history is more interesting if we base it around stories. There's lots of facts, I know, but to pass it on, stories are a great way for us all to retain information.
Now, when you talk about facts, research, and you have to get the facts as right and as perfect a detail as you can, that it can be hard sometimes.
That can be hard, and in the museum we have to do that. It's not all about facts now, but you have to have your facts right when you're a county museum and you're nationally important. We have to be fairly correct. But we have a very good historian with us in the museum, Dr. Michael Finnegan, and he does that.
I often wondered how you do get the facts. So you get a historian on board and he verifies everything.
He does the research and he checks and double checks, and that's that's important. Now we tell it in a simple manner, but we have to have those background facts correct. Otherwise, you're not really doing your job right.
Okay, tell us a little bit more about the County Museum. Times you're open, when and how you're open, admission, all that sort of thing. So to make it easy go see it, folks. It's one of the best. It's fantastic.
Yeah. So we have very good opening times, especially during the summer. All year round we're open Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. We don't close for lunch. And during the summer, for June, July, August and September, we're open on Sundays from 2 to 5:30. The only day we're closed is Mondays. But indeed, to be honest, Áine, we have groups now wanting to come on Monday, and we never turn groups away. We always... So it's good. There is an admission. Yeah, and
of course, to maintain.
Yes, and to help. Yeah. Like without Cavan County Council, we couldn't do what we're doing. But the admission helps us. €6 for an adult, €4 for a senior citizen.
And you can spend as long as you like in there. Yes. So if one does go into the museum, do you need a guide, or is everything self-explanatory on display?
Everything is self-explanatory, and when we're writing our exhibitions and putting them together, we think of that. We're thinking of the walk-around visitor by themselves. We do deliver tours to groups, but we find people like to go around themselves. We'll always give a group when they arrive and information. But a lot of people like to go at their own pace because different people like different things and there's full of different things.
Do you get many people outside of Ireland coming?
Yes, we're doing very well. Our overseas visitors are up 50% this year. So that's very, very good. Yes, we get a lot of, we probably get, and I know and I understand people at home are great and from Cavan are great, but they're coming more too, and that's great because sometimes it's harder to impress your local.
Exactly, we don't appreciate what's on our own doorstep.
No, but people are very good to us in Cavan with donations and have donated some fantastic and beautiful artefacts.
So that's another point, Savina. If anybody else out there has something they think is of interest, they should give you a call.
Yeah, because it's for the future. We'll mind it for the future. And that's really important, in a safe place, correct environment. We have a lovely archive of material that's there when none of us are going to be around. And that's really important, that we're a collection point and we really appreciate the kindness of people. And people are great, absolutely great in Cavan for donating to the museum.
You're always one for coming up with great new ideas and new things in the pipeline. Have you anything in the pipeline?
Well, we have a few things. So in November, it's the end of World War I, we're going to republish the Roll of Honour, the number of people from Cavan who lost their lives in World War I. And that's a big project because you're researching people and who lost their lives. We're also going to have an event. And we're also, which is really important, I think, we're doing an exhibition on women of influence over the last 100 years, taking a woman every decade. We're working with the Arts Office and through Creative Ireland, and so we're working with the library as well on that. But the exhibition and event is going to be in the museum, and it's all about women. So that's really important.
Interesting and amazing and great stuff as always, and it's great talking to you. Brilliant work in Cavan County Museum. Keep it going. Thank you,
very
Savina.
much, Áine.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.